I know. You see the video title and you're like, come on, man, this game just released. How could it be dying? And I agree. And that's why in this video, I'm going to be defending BattleBit and telling you why all the people who are saying this game is dying are just flat out wrong. And so let's get into it. So one of the main reasons people say BattleBit is dying is the Steam charts. So the Steam charts are the only thing we have to go off of with the game player count because the game isn't released on console yet. So I mean, a lifetime player count peak was 87k, and it only has 5k concurrent right now, 6k, but it's 10 a.m. Everyone's at school, everyone's at work. It's Monday, man. 24-hour peak 12,000. You can see over 24 hours. This is how it kind of, well, it's over several days. It kind of lows at about 4.4k, and then peaks at around 9 or 10k. And then over the weekend it peaks at like 10, 12k. I mean, you see the decline. I mean, people look at the decline on the chart and they're like, oh, the game's dying. It's not the case. It's not the case. So in BattleBit's case, it's much different from Battlefield's decline in that Battlefield established a product for over like a year or two and the game fell off. BattleBit hasn't even marketed their game yet. They haven't released a console version. They haven't sponsored streamers. They haven't run ads on Twitch. All of that they could do to blow their game up, they haven't done that yet. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not saying this game's dying, because right now the game's in sort of a developmental phase. You can basically think of this as like the open beta for the game. The developers are releasing updates frequently and often. They're communicating with their player base on Discord. They're trying to figure out how to fine-tune their game, stabilize servers, get community servers out there and more popular so they can release the console versions of the game in a stable manner. They're not so much looking to blow their game up and make the game completely unstable, because they're a developer team of 3. They could potentially take their game offline for days or make it unplayable for a large period of time if they did that. So because they don't have the resources of a Battlefield to fix major issues like that instantly, it could take time to fix a major server issue. So BattleBit's taking the exponential slow growth approach, and I don't believe they're looking for like a huge shoot up in popularity. Yes, they experienced the 80k player peak, and that's just simply because the game was so popular in its beta. It was so popular in its testing. People wanted to play the game, and it was a brand new game on Steam. Now, one of the reasons I also say BattleBit's not going to die anytime soon is they have developers that care, issue frequent updates, communicate with their community, amend their updates based on feedback from the community, and that will always maintain a loyal player base. That will always have players coming back to the game. That will always have people, you know, saying, oh, there's a new update today, game's fresh, I'm coming back to play the game. Like, look here in their Discord. They're constantly in constant communication about updates. Look, all this communication happened over the course of the last 3 or 4 days. They issue, oh, we're going to release a pistol update, and here's all the bug fixes, right? And then here's more bug fixes we're adding. Oh, you didn't like some of the changes to some of the pistols that we proposed. We hadn't even rolled out the update yet, but the community was giving feedback. Okay, we've adjusted those. Okay, and then, oh, people have been complaining about SMGs being too ranged as well. We're going to add that into the update, nerf SMG range. Oh, here's more bug fixes. Here's more fixes to the engineer class. Oh, we adjusted these 2 LMGs people had a high pick rate for as well. We're adding these leaderboard features. Here's some video of it in game. You're going to be able to resupply teammates now with the right mouse button. Oh, we buffed assault, support, engineers bandage count because people were too reliant on medic. Like, these are the kind of things that have players loyal to you. This is the kind of thing that maintains a consistent 5 to 10,000 concurrent loyal player base in an infancy of a game that hasn't even released on console. It hasn't marketed at all, and it's already competing with Battlefield for concurrent player count every day. They're jostling back and forth, and Battlefield has EA, a AAA company, AAA developers, EA's whole marketing team, EA's whole dev team behind them, and 3 people are outdoing them. That is embarrassing to EA. Another reason I say that concurrent player count doesn't determine BattleBit's longevity so much is that it's not free to play. In a game like Halo Infinite, concurrent player count matters a lot because you're reliant on current players to purchase the battle pass, purchase in-game cosmetics, and drive traffic to your game to keep it alive. But since BattleBit's not free to play, they're basically just more reliant on concurrent downloads and how many people have downloaded the game already, how many people are playing their game. You're not so much reliant on concurrent player count, unless the game concurrent player count is like near 0 to keep their game alive, right? Like for instance, if Halo Infinite only had 100 people playing the game $5 per battle pass. It's 500 bucks in revenue a month. That's not going to cut it, right? But if BattleBit had like a couple thousand players playing the game, but over 1 million people had downloaded it per se, at 15 bucks a download, they would have made like several dozens of $1 million, or like $12 million off of that. And so they wouldn't be so much reliant on the current player base to sustain the game. Like I also just alluded to, the game is brand new. They haven't done marketing. They haven't sponsored streamers. They don't run ads for their game on Twitch or anything like that. They're currently not looking for the exponential rapid growth, but a steady total player count, which they can use to stabilize servers, receive feedback from the player base to create the product they want to create before they roll it out to console, before they market their game, before they look to blow this thing up. They want to stabilize it all, and they're going about it the right way. Like I also said, BattleBit hasn't released a console version yet, and let's face it, most people who love arcade style FPSs, most people who love Battlefield style games, they play on console. Yes, Battlefield players do play on PC too, but let's face it, the majority of gamers play on console. And if this thing releases on console, it's a game that console players are going to love, and it's going to blow up instantly. And so basically, with half the player share, like Battlefield has console versions, right? Battlefield 2042 is released on consoles, so it has console and PC player share. And without the whole console player share, BattleBit is still competing with Battlefield every day for concurrent player count. Every day. That is insane to me. That is absolutely insane. You could look at a Steam chart and say, yeah, the decline, but that's only PC players. They haven't even touched the console players yet. So, like, that is wild to me. So you could say double or triple their concurrent players right now, maybe quadruple if they released on console. One of the reasons many people can say a game is dead as well is if the gameplay is trash, right? I mean, I think when Fortnite released Season X, everyone was like, this game's dead, even though it didn't end up dying. They said it's dead because the gameplay sucked, right? Battlefield, the gameplay is boring right now. It kind of sucks, right? Beyond vehicles and normal shooting your weapon, there's not much to do in the game because over 50% of your lobby's AI. Oh, I just got a 10 or 15 man. And everybody in the comment section, yeah, it's just a bunch of AI, man. It's just a bunch of AI, right? It's all AI. You don't feel accomplished for doing anything. There's not voice chat with enemy teams like in BattleBit. There's not building destruction like in BattleBit. Like, it's just kind of boring. And the gameplay itself is dead, right? Whereas BattleBit, you have features that are new, fresh, and unique. You have voice chat, like prox chat. You have squad chat. You have team chat. I know Battlefield does have voice chat and squad chat, but I'm saying you have prox chat, things like that in BattleBit. You have building destruction. You have double as large of lobbies as in Battlefield. And it keeps the game fresh. Like, there's no AIs, there's nothing in the game that can like hinder the experience, like in terms of like, oh, you just eliminated a bot. That doesn't matter, right? Like, players can create their own fun, like however they see fit. They can play the game. Like, in terms of gameplay, unlike Battlefield, BattleBit's gameplay is refreshing, alive, authentic, and well. BattleBit's gameplay is unique, and I don't think in terms of gameplay you can say this game is dead at all, especially when developers are releasing updates like every week that are major updates that completely change the meta of the game, that completely adjust maps, that completely add new content to the game. Like, you cannot say a game is dead that does those sort of things. How you would say a game is dead, like BattleBit, if BattleBit stopped releasing updates as frequently, if developers cut off their communication with their players, like if there was major bugs in the game that broke the game and they didn't address them, then you could start saying, oh, the gameplay is looking a little rough, oh, the gameplay is dying. But if they're like acknowledging issues with their game, fixing them instantly as a dev team of 3, when EA with a large dev team, large marketing team, billions of dollars behind them, can't even do that, and as I said, they haven't even released on console yet, this game is alive and well. Just because the game's not at its peak player count, just because it's lost a few players over a few months, is not indicative of its overall trajectory over the next year. And that's what I want to get through everybody's head. BattleBit will be fine, as long as they stay the course and keep doing what they are doing. What is going to determine this game's ultimate longevity is how the next few months play out. I think that if they target a console release for over the holidays, that will be huge for this game. I think they should do that because everybody will be home from school, everybody will be home from work. Target the console release for around the holidays, stabilize your game over the next 1, 2, 3 months until then, release it around Christmas or around Thanksgiving, and market that. Sponsor streamers, like market it on Xbox, market it on PlayStation, market it on Steam, market it everywhere you can, on Twitch. They should like lay the ground. They are laying the groundwork over the last few months, over these next few months, for the like on the chart, on the curve of the player count. And I think if they're smart, they'll do that. They don't necessarily have to do that if they want to keep their game alive, but they do have to release the console version, I think, within the next 6 months, in my opinion, or people will have lost interest in the game. So that is something. But even without a console version, I think the game will always maintain a loyal PC player base unless they completely F their game up. They don't necessarily need. The thing about Battlefield is Battlefield needs tens of thousands, 20, 30,000 concurrent players to maintain their game because of all the costs that go into the game. They're paying a super large dev team, super large servers to stay alive, super, like, they have to make tens of thousands, like hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars off their game per day, per week, per month, right? So BattleBit, not so much. They're maintaining a dev team of 3. Their server infrastructure is kind of whatever. They're farming servers out to the community. They don't really have to like take in hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars of revenue per month, even though they are based on the downloads. They don't have to keep their game alive. They can run their game on a skeleton crew, and I think that's indicative of the fact that the game's not going to die anytime soon. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the commentary, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on the video. Let me know what you think of BattleBit. Let me know what you think of BattleBit's future. Let me know what you think of all the talk of the game dying. I want to hear it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I'd be greatly appreciated of that. And I'll see you next video. Thank you so much.